All right.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
You are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is The Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
All right, people. We are here again on The Bad Boy Show. Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham in the place. What's good? Miles, was popping, man?
What up, son?
Chilling.
Oh, man.
Chilling.
Happy to be back on the show, man.
I feel you.
Nigga
I feel you.
was hustling and grinding last week. You feel me?
I feel you. You got to do it, man. You got to do it. So
Shit,
listen.
I'm still hustling and grinding right now, but you know.
Exactly. So
I'm available for the show.
Exactly. So today's show is, the topic's going to be, the game isn't just about getting women, okay? So we got to get real deep into this because dudes be getting this shit twisted. You feel me? So we're going to be talking about that. We got some news coming up, but before we go into that, we're going to take a quick commercial break. You guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.
All right. All right, people, we are back on the Bad Boy Show. Yeah. So there's a couple things going on in the news. Just a few, actually, a few things. So the first thing, I wanted to talk about, because I thought this was hilarious. So Donald Trump, the world's biggest troll, the king of marketing. Okay, this guy. He fucking went on TV or whatever, and he told black people, he said, y'all niggas might as well vote for me because you're poor, your schools are fucked up, and you ain't got nothing to live for, so you might as fucking well. And I was like, God damn.
The nigga said, what do you got to lose? What do you got to lose?
Like,
vote for me. I'll be the best president you ever had. What do you got to lose? You're niggers. What?
Oh my God. That shit is the best. It's so fucking hilarious. Like, you know what's funny is like when people get mad about Trump, you gotta really look at yourself in the mirror and be like, because you can't take him seriously, man. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. You don't understand, like, when people get mad at Trump, they just don't understand what he's doing. You feel what I'm saying? They don't understand what this nigga's doing. Trump don't care about nobody but Trump. That's all he care about. And that's even questionable. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he don't care about shit. So everything he's doing is this has basically been how long he been running for president, trying to run for president, like the past year or so or whatever. This has been like a year-long commercial for Donald Trump. That's it. You gotta understand that shit. That nigga don't want to be president. You understand? Like,
you know what he wants? He wants the lifetime salary and the health insurance. That's what he wants.
Right, exactly.
And that's a good business move. Imagine getting like $350,000 a year for the rest of your life, no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like, no matter fucking what. And then on top of that, after being the president, you automatically qualified to be a high-priced speaker at almost any event across the world.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So you can make the business move of becoming president is ridiculous for a guy like Trump. Like, it's the perfect plan. It's
pretty
perfect.
much. And then it's just a big marketing thing. Cause look at Obama. You know how much speaking engagements Obama's gonna have after this shit. Like, that dude is gonna be speaking every fucking week somewhere, just collecting paper, heavy. You understand? up there doing all
Bill,
that
Bill
shit.
Clinton, I checked this shit in, I think it was 2012 or 2014. Bill Clinton makes $9 million
Wow.
to speak
Jesus.
in a year. In 1 year,
God damn, man.
he makes $9 million just to speak. And imagine, so he gets $9 million to speak,
Mm-hmm.
and then he still gets his $300,000 salary
Right.
every year.
Mhm.
Plus, he gets top choice health insurance for him and his family forever,
Right.
until he dies.
Right. Exactly. So I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how this shit works out. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, like it like either for Donald Trump, he's already won. It doesn't matter if he's the president or not. Like he won like a couple of months ago. You feel what I'm saying? Like everything that he's done up until now is a win for him. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a fucking win. Like he like it doesn't even matter. So it's like you have to look at Trump like when you look at a fucking sketch on Mad TV or some shit or Saturday Night Live. Like the shit is people are like, no, but if Trump gets in office, then he's gonna do this and then he's gonna do that and then he's gonna make this. I'm like, Trump listen, the president doesn't have any power. Do you guys not understand this shit? They don't have power.
Exactly.
It's like I don't understand. I'm like, come on, man. I remember, I think KRS once said it in an interview. He was like, the president is like the manager of Burger King. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they can't really do shit. You feel what I'm saying? They don't own the fucking company. You understand? They're just working for the company. The president is working for the, whatever you want to call it, the United States, the Illuminati,
franchise.
Whatever you want to call these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're working for them. So chill. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all, it'll be all right. It'll be okay for everybody all scared and shit. But anyway, so in other news, well, this isn't even news. This was, you said you wanted to talk about this chick, this rapper, this new chick rapper.
Oh, I mean, just real quick, like, her name is Young M.A.,
Yeah.
so like Young Ma or whatever.
Right.
So she's like a dyke, and her, like how 50 Cent got his, shot 9 times story.
Right.
She has her, my brother got killed in some blood gang shit, and he was trying to be a rapper, and she also like rap, so she's like doing it in the name of her dead brother and all that shit. But the reason why I want to talk about her in general is that the bitch got bars, B.
Oh yeah,
like,
she's nice. I checked out some of the stuff.
She spits crazy. So check out Young M.A., Young Ma, whatever. She got a project out. I think it's on iTunes called Sleepwalking or Sleepwalker or some shit like that.
Right.
Or walking into her sleep, some shit. I don't know. Something about sleeping and walking. But the reason why I want to talk about it though is like she putting mad niggas to shame, B. And it's kind of sad because it's like look, people look at me funny when I tell them Cassidy is my favorite rapper. Yes, Cassidy from Philly.
Right.
I'm a hustler. Cassidy is my favorite rapper. Not just because of the way he raps, but because he still is the only nigga that act like a fucking rapper, son.
Right.
The rest of these niggas is like they're artists or they're something else. They're not really fucking rappers. Like Cassidy's the only nigga that still wear baggy jeans and fitted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Baggy jeans, Timbs, and fucking fitteds. Like that's the type of shit I fuck with. Mainly because it's sort of like it's like the sign of a man. Like it's masculine. It shows some type of manhood. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Drake calls himself a rapper, but he's on ESPN. ESPN, the ESPY Awards, and the niggas wearing fucking capris and sandals, on stage. And singing to a bunch of athletes. So you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I've been waiting for that edge in hip-hop, and lo and behold, it's a fucking female that gives it to me. Like, Are you serious? So that's the reason. And trust me, again, like I'm saying, Shorty is nice. I'm not taking nothing away from her. But what I'm saying is she's putting a lot of niggas to shame.
Right.
And them niggas should be ashamed of themselves.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because why it take a female to come in and bring it back to bars? Like, yo, for the longest time, I stopped listening to rap albums, and I only been listening to fucking battle rap, my nigga. Like, because battle rap niggas is the only niggas that's actually coming with bars. Battle rap niggas and Cassidy. That's it.
Right.
The rest of these motherfuckers is, I mean, fucking Young Thug talking about it's gangster to wear a dress and A$AP Rocky with the long shirts and fuck y'all, man. Y'all niggas is pussy, like, straight up, man. Like, Meek Mills is getting mad for niggas having Ghost Riders. Like, y'all niggas is pussy. Y'all niggas is straight pussy.
Did you hear, though? Man. Did you hear, I think it was today or whatever, there was a video of Drake on his tour, and he was doing a back-to-back song, right? And in the verse, he called Meek Mill a pussy and shit. And I was just like, wow, like, how did that happen? You know what I mean? Like, okay, you dissing Meek Mill and y'all did, but it's like how did the dweeb become the bully and the bully become the dweeb? How the fuck did that happen?
That's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what everything is reversed now.
Right.
It's like they've been like remember. All right, for example, a sidebar. Remember, I said this on the show like maybe 4 or 5 shows ago that if you research the Black Lives Matter movement, it's really. The shit is funded by a rich white dude, first of all. Right. Excuse me. And the heads of the thing are these lesbian chicks. Right. And if you go to the website, it says nothing about black men on their, because they have a part of the website where they talk about their agenda and what they're trying to help fix. Right. There's nothing about black men. Wow. In the fucking mission statement for Black Lives Matter. You understand? Wow. And now, just like you said, the fucking dweeb, the geek, the dumb nigga, the nigga that you would see him in the schoolyard and fuck his ass up just for living. Right. He's the one that's fucking calling the real nigga a pussy. Right. And getting away with it. Right? And then you got a fucking dyke bitch spitting harder than these niggas out here. You understand what I'm saying? Right. What, like, seriously, what's really happening right now? Then you got a nigga like Trump running for president? Right. Like, my niggas, what's happening? Exactly. Does anybody see? Yo, like, this shit is crazy. It's funny. Shit is fucking flipped upside down, and this shit is crazy. It's funny. This shit is funny. That's how life is going right now, man. You feel me? Hey, let me tell you something. I just found out the other day, John Legend got married to that model bitch. I think her name is, like, Sharon Teague or some shit like that. Mm. Did you know that she, like, totally, like, disregarded his ass and got artificially inseminated and chose to have a daughter, my nigga? What? So yes. So wait, she basically got pregnant without him knowing and was just like, hey, I'm just gonna have this without him and chose the sex of the baby. Wow. And told him that she felt it would be good for him to have a connection to a daughter. Wow. He made the choice for him. Oh my God. Do you understand me? Do you fucking understand what's going on right now? The fucking chick, she's a basic bitch. She's a basic model bitch. Right. Now, we all know that once a model bitch hits 30, she hit the wall, and that's pretty much it. Right. She might have a couple of, like, Revlon commercials or whatever for these makeup products or whatever, but other than that, the breadwinner of that situation is John fucking Legend. Right. But why are you making all the decisions for our family, bitch? Right, exactly. It's fucked up. Wow. Look that shit up. Yo, that's crazy. Sad, son. That's crazy. That's grounds for dismissal, man. I'll be like, yo, we're done. I can't fuck with you like that. I'm like, we're done. Like, that's crazy. Oh my God. It's a weird world we're living in right now, man. It's fucking weird, man. I'm telling you, you got to watch your back in these streets. You feel me? So in other news, your boy Diddy and his girl Cassie, they supposedly broke up, or they got into some argument, and then Cassie's mom called the cops on this nigga. So the reason why I even want to bring up the story, I don't care that they breaking up or whatever. My thing is the whole calling the cops on him for an argument. It's like that's kind of weird to me. Like, what type of energy is going on where it's the same shit, son? You know it's the same shit. The men are being co-opted right now. It's son. Crazy. Masculinity is being hijacked
It's true.
Heavy.
It's true.
Masculinity is being hijacked to the third degree, and all niggas could do is just chase pussy. That's why we made the show what the show is about today. The game is not just about getting bitches.
Pretty much.
It's not just about getting bitches. You got to remember that you a fucking man.
Pretty much. That shit is crazy, man. Yes, I was
I'm Diddy. I'm 5 million in. I made the whole fucking world dance for like 9 summers straight.
Right.
I brought you Biggie Smalls, Craig Mack, Total, 112.
Right.
I did all this shit. I brought you to Benjamin, the lot. And you calling the cops on me in my house?
Right.
I know it wasn't Cassie's mom house.
And I'm just like, yo, like, how is it from an argument that it gets, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like almost like in her mom's mind, like, oh, this guy is something fucked up with him. I got to call the cops that they argue. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's crazy. Like, when it gets to that point, I'm like, how is it? It's almost like you were saying, it's like anything that you do sort of could be looked at as this big fucking threat or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like anything, like they looking for any reason to fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying? And
both them bitches is leaving my crib immediately.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
When the cops come, I'll be like, look, everything's all good, but you can take these 2 bitches with you.
Pretty
like,
much.
Siri, like,
pretty
fuck
much.
out of here. Calling the cops on me.
Pretty much. And the last story, actually, this I really wanted to talk about this because this has been going on online for the past couple days. So Nate Parker, the dude that's coming out with the Birth of a Nation movie, which is, has been having a lot of buzz because it's a Nat Turner movie. So basically there's some old rape allegations that came up that he was he was basically, him and his friend was accused of raping some chick, and he beat the case or whatever, but then all of a sudden now they're bringing this shit up. You feel what I'm saying? All of a sudden now it's a thing. They're talking about it. Everybody's all in their feelings and all this other shit. And, it's funny to me because, like, I see on Twitter, I see on Facebook, people are talking about it. And I'm extremely disappointed in black folks right now, how they responding to this. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm so, and especially I'm seeing black chicks getting all up in arms about, like, oh my God, I'm not seeing his movie anymore. How could he do that? And blah, blah. And it's like, soon as you hear the word rape, it's automatically, he did it. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's right. Rape. Well, he had to do it. He's a man. Right. That's what they do. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm just like, and then they had these, quote unquote transcripts of, like, I guess their conversations or the texts or whatever. And this, from the stuff that I read, he basically was saying to her, like, yo, you was drunk or you was tipsy, but you were basically, like, coherent. Like, nobody forced you to do nothing. You was right. doing shit. Like, you actually actively did stuff. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You weren't passed out. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? So, so my thing is that where is the thing with the whole rape thing? Because people got to understand there's a difference between regret and rape. Do you understand? And there's a lot of chicks out there that be on that regret shit. Like, they fuck a dude and then they regret it. They feel bad. They're like, oh, I shouldn't have did that. And then so what they do is to rationalize it in their mind. They're like, oh, well, he took advantage of me or he raped me. And then they just say that to sort of make themselves feel better about the situation. So imagine you can get your life ruined just because a girl feels a certain way. Not that anything actually happened. It's just her feeling. It's just how she feels.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
No, the thing is, it's not only about the feeling. Is that she's trying to absolve herself of any fucking responsibility for her decision. Exactly. You understand? Because if I'm not mistaken, this happened when he was in college, right?
Right. I think so. Campus, yeah.
Right. So we on a college campus. You at a party with with young people, everybody got, hormones raging, and everybody's trying to have sex and do shit. And you decide to come to the party. That's one. Because you could have stayed in your fucking dorm room and studied, right?
Right.
Number one, you decide to come to the party. Number two, you decide to fucking drink till you got drunk or tipsy or whatever, right?
Pretty much.
And then you decided to have sex with niggas.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
you
much.
Understand? Because unless the story was this bitch was passed out on the couch and niggas was shoving a dick in her mouth or in her vagina,
exactly,
and she was fucked up and passed out, unless that's the story, then no. Even though you had some alcohol in you, you were making decisions and doing shit on your own accord.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But
now, because you wanna absolve yourself of the responsibility of all these decisions, these sequential decisions that you made. You want to absolve yourself of the responsibilities of these decisions. Now you want to charge me rape, but that's not even the real fucking issue. You know what the real issue is? The real issue is this nigga Nate Parker. He signed his movie over to a white supremacist company, son.
Right, pretty much. Pretty much.
I was listening. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. I was listening to his podcast, and he was talking about this, and he was saying that with all of this publicity. With all of this negative publicity happening with the rape charge, he's saying that now they're talking about possibly not actually putting out the movie.
Wow, right? That's crazy.
You understand?
Right.
And the crazy part was that Byron Scott. He's like the one almost billionaire media mogul, black media mogul.
Right.
Byron Scott tried to sign the movie with Nate Parker, and Nate Parker said no and went with Fox Searchlight, which is basically owned by Viacom, which is owned by the powers that be.
Pretty much.
That can fucking make or break any and everything that comes out through the media.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't go with Byron Scott. He went with these niggas.
Right.
So this whole thing could be something that they actually concocted because they don't want the fucking movie to come out, my
Pretty
nigga.
much.
Think about how long it took for them to even make this movie, because they've been making all these slave movies. And everybody know about the story of Nat Turner, but not one fucking movie studio decided to make a movie about Nat Turner.
Exactly.
Why? Because the story of Nat Turner talks about a bunch of rebellious slaves that killed a bunch of white people. The closest thing they did was that Django shit, and that shit was whack.
And that shit was a cartoon, basically. You feel what I'm saying?
That shit was a fucking cartoon done by Quentin Tarantino, and the powers that be probably made him do that shit.
Right.
Because they heard about Nate Parker's movie.
Right.
Because I think Nate Parker was filming The Birth of a Nation when Django actually came out. So they probably tried to co-opt the whole situation by putting out Django. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now he's in bed with Fox Searchlight, and they probably are the same ones that brought up this fucking rape case,
right?
Or brought it back up, because if you beat the case, you beat the case. You can't charge me twice for the same shit.
It's done. It's done.
So why is it being brought back up?
Right. And why is it being brought back up now when this nigga been out for how long?
When my movie's about to fucking come out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how long Nate Parker been out? I remember he was in that Great Debaters movie with Denzel. That shit was years ago.
He did Great Debaters. He did Red Tails. He did mad fucking movies, B.
And then you ain't hear shit.
And no rape charges came up. But now you trying to put out a movie about Nat Turner, and all of a sudden, come on, son.
Mm-hmm. And then it's funny because I seen dudes on Facebook talking about, I'm not gonna see that movie because that's wrong what he did and this and this and I'm just like, okay, I could see when chicks start talking that bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times chicks just react to shit. You feel what I'm saying? They just react to words. They don't think about shit in certain contexts and shit. They don't. It's just like, they're just emotional because and you can understand it in a certain sense where maybe a chick who actually did get raped is bringing up feelings for her and all of that other stuff. But that's besides the point. You feel what I'm saying? Because that has nothing to do with her and it has nothing to do with the damn movie. You feel what I'm saying? But again, that's why they put that shit out there to cause that confusion and disruption. But when I see dudes online talking that shit, I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what's going on? Like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, and I was asking a couple of them online, like, what do you, and I purposely like phrased my words. I said, I hear all these people talking about they're not going to go see Nate Parker's movie. I said, what is it about it that you don't want to see? You think the acting is going to be bad? You think the storyline is going to suck? What is it? And I'm keeping it to the movie because I'm trying to make a point to say that if you are not watching the movie based off of all that other bullshit, then you want some bullshit, because you're making something else that has nothing to do with it dissuade your opinion on the fucking movie. You can separate the art from the artist. Do you understand what I'm saying? But that, but again, they try to, and this is the thing. Notice what I said. You can separate the art from the artist. Now, when a person can't separate, these things, when everything goes into one thing, what does that sound like? That sounds like a female. A female can't separate shit. Everything is, well, if I have sex with you, I gotta love you, and blah, blah, blah. But no, as a man, you could fuck and separate that from the feelings and all the other shit. So when you're a man talking about, I can't see this movie because, he did this other shit, you sound like a fucking bitch. You understand?
Exactly.
It's like, it's ridiculous.
Again, fucking manhood is non-existent anymore, son.
Right.
Masculinity is gone, son.
It's fucking crazy, yo.
That bitch ass nigga, what's his name? What's his fucking name? That dumb nigga.
Who?
You know who I'm talking about? The nigga that said we need to kill masculinity.
Mark Lamont Hill.
Mark Lamont Hill. He said some shit about we need to kill masculinity. Well, my nigga, there you have it. Like, if you're listening, you're good. Mark Lamont Hill, you finally succeeded at killing masculinity.
Yo,
we're here now.
Yo, Miles, do you have that footage?
Bars and niggas, everybody's on Nate Parker's dick because of this shit.
Right.
John Legend is a bitch. Puffy is getting his house turned upside down by a bunch of whores. Like, it's a sad day. It's a sad fucking day.
Yo, do you still have that footage of Mark Lamont Hill when he said that?
Yo, I've been trying to find.
We gotta find that because because I gotta tell the audience, the people that's listening, is that he said that we were actually at an event with Mark Lamont Hill. It was a small event in Manhattan, and he was speaking there, and he said that, and we filmed it. And I wish we would have kept it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was just like, whoa, like what? Like that was crazy. So if you're looking for that footage of him saying that, we got it. We just got to find that shit. And if we find it,
I'm gonna find that shit. I'm gonna fucking find that shit. But I just want to say though, that fuck all y'all bitch ass niggas. I hope the movie come out. I'm gonna go see that shit twice.
Right. Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I'm gonna go fucking listen to my R. Kelly CDs. I'm gonna go watch the Cosby Show. I'm gonna eat some Jello fucking pudding.
Exactly.
Fuck all y'all bitch ass niggas. Listen. I'm the opposite. When I hear rape charge, my first question is, what did the bitch do? That's my first question. That's my first question. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. If my sister came to me and said somebody raped her, my first question is, what the fuck were you doing there? Unless you could literally prove to me that nigga snatched you up out of a public place, took you to some dungeon, and raped the shit out of you, then no, we gotta discuss it.
We gotta talk. Exactly. That's what I always say. We gotta fucking talk.
We need to clear up some. We need to clear up some situations, because I'm not just gonna get on the whole bandwagon of men are horrible because all they want to do is rape and blah blah blah.
Right,
no,
right.
No, bitch, no.
Right.
We gotta discuss some things first.
Because from what I've known is that if past experiences is that a lot of times women will talk about how they felt. You feel what I'm saying? And sometimes how you feel isn't reality. You feel what I'm saying? So you could have not been raped, but felt like you were raped. You understand? And we're not even. Of course. And this is the thing. And this is the thing. We're not saying anything like, because people probably listen to this like, oh, you guys are rape apologists and you're supporting rape culture. No, we don't want anyone to get raped. We think rape is terrible. But the point is that when you have women who feel like they got raped when they didn't, that's disrespectful to actual men and women who actually got fucking raped. You feel what I'm saying?
To me, exactly. There's that part too. And then there's another part where it's like, look, society makes, a lot of times, in a lot of situations, it makes getting pussy such a fucking chore. Like, right. It's such a fucking thing. You understand? Like, we gotta talk. We gotta approach. We gotta put you out on a date. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. When we finally get your fucking pants off, We don't want to hear no. Like, are you kidding me? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I'm not giving any excuse to any dude that fucking forces a chick into doing some uncomfortable shit that she really don't want to do.
Right.
But a lot of times, it's just a female that wants to be disrespectful to a man.
Mm-hmm.
Because you allow all these things to happen. You allow every one of these things to happen when it benefits you. You understand?
Right.
But then when we finally get to that point where it's like a nigga is finally going to get what the fuck he actually wanted in the first place, all of a sudden, oh, well, I don't feel, I'm just a little bit uncomfortable because fuck you, man. Fuck you. Because when I was spending my money and spending my time trying to make you feel comfortable about me fucking you, everything was cool. But now that I'm actually fucking you, all of a sudden, you uncomfortable?
Yeah, it's like why you wasn't uncomfortable when I was spending that money at the date. You could have been like, look, I'm not comfortable with you spending this money. Let me pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like how come that never happens?
You wasn't uncomfortable taking drinks from me at the bar.
Right.
Like how many chicks we done interviewed, my nigga?
Right.
Where we say, yo, we asked them that question, yo, if you don't like a guy, is it okay to take drinks from him at the bar? And the bitch be like, well, he wanted to buy me a drink. It's a free drink. What do you mean?
Right.
I can take it. It's a free drink. He wanted to buy it. I didn't ask him for it, but he decided to buy it. So, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But in the real scheme of things, why is that nigga buying you a drink and he don't even fucking know you?
Right.
Think about it, bitch.
Right. That's the part that is ridiculous because, when you look at it objectively, any person can, any chick can change her mind at any time. You feel what I'm saying? And as a dude, you got to be like, all right, well, fuck it. It ain't going to happen, whatever. But the point is that you're talking about someone who is sensible, right? Now, if you're a chick, you can't expect that every dude is going to be sensible. So let's say a chick actually gets herself in a dangerous situation with the guy because she's not thinking. She's thinking, oh, well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to, I can just do whatever, whenever, and not think about consequences. But you need to be sure of yourself as a woman to figure out what the fuck you want to do. Because when you're all over the place and you're wishy-washy and then you actually get into a situation with a guy who's on some other shit, you feel what I'm saying? Then you just put yourself in danger by not actually thinking before you acted. You understand? Without actually thinking before you went with the dude. You feel what I'm saying?
This is a PSA to all bitches, man. Go ahead, jump out of a fucking plane. Jump out of a plane with no parachute.
Right.
Jump out of a plane because at that point you felt comfortable, right?
Right.
And then tell gravity no after you fucking jump out the fucking plane. Tell gravity, nah, I don't feel comfortable at this point because I'm plummeting to Earth at 9 miles a second. Tell gravity, nah, hold up. You fucking bitch. Yo, seriously, like I said, rape is no good, and fuck them niggas that really, force women into fucked up situations and forcefully penetrate them and all of those things. You understand? I really don't condone that shit.
Right.
But for you fucking females who love to take advantage of men and then disrespectfully change your fucking story when it's time for us to get what we really want, fuck you. Fuck you, man. Fuck
Real
you.
fucking talk.
Rape, fuck you with a rape. Like, fuck you. Seriously. That shit ain't right. That shit ain't fucking right, man.
It's crazy.
That shit ain't right because they're ruining a lot of niggas' lives, B.
It's true.
A lot of niggas get years taken away from their life. Like, it's niggas in jail right now for this type of bullshit, son.
Right.
It's niggas that didn't even get the pussy in jail right now because the bitch said she felt a certain way.
It's real talk.
Come on, man.
That shit is real serious, man. It's real serious. So, man, people got to get this shit together, man. But anyway, listen, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be getting into the topic. We're going to be talking about why the game isn't just about getting women. You're listening to The Bad Boy Show. Do you want to learn the easiest way to have more sex with more women? Then get the critically acclaimed book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. In this book, you'll learn everything you need to know about attracting and sleeping with beautiful women. That's How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get your copy today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com. Are you an actor who needs headshots? Do you have an event or a wedding coming up and you need a photographer? If you do, make sure you go to PavionPhoto.com. Pavion is a professional photographer who will supply you with high quality video and photography services for any event. Contact him at PavionPhoto.com. That's PAVION photo.com. PavionPhoto.com. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, people. We are back on the Bad Boy Show. Man. Okay, so today's topic, we're going to be talking about why the game isn't just about getting women, okay? And so basically, you know, before we even get into this, let's just get one thing clear, because I've talked about this before, but I really want to just, you know, make it crystal clear. When we talk about game, right, you got to understand there's a difference between having game and actually just talking about game in general. So what game is, or what the game is basically life, okay? So when we're talking about the game isn't just about getting women, we're basically saying your life isn't just about getting women. You feel what I'm saying? If it is,
right.
If that is what you do, if that's all you do with your life, you know, more power to you. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm not here to tell anybody what the hell to do with their life. You feel what I'm saying? But for most people, it's not going to be your whole fucking life. You understand? And actually, the reason why a lot of guys have a hard time getting women is because they're focusing strictly like everything that they're doing on trying to get women. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you're focusing just strictly on that, it makes it harder for you to really even get these chicks, because the funny part about it is that in order for you to be the, you know, most attractive guy to women, or the guy that's really an attractive guy to women, is you have to be a guy who has some sort of purpose besides them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like a chick generally doesn't even want a dude who's all about, you know, her. You understand? You know, like when a guy gets with a girl, he's like calling her, checking up on her, seeing how she's doing, being all attentive, you know, showing her way too much attention too soon, all this other stuff. And she sort of gets tired of that. She gets turned off because she's like, yo, what the fuck is, like, why is this guy sweating me like this? And the reason why that guy is sweating her is because he doesn't really have anything else going on in his life. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so this is what we want to sort of like, you know, get across to you guys, is that, you know, one, you have to have some sort of purpose. You have to have something that you do besides women, or something that you're passionate about besides women. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to have something that you actually enjoy doing, something that you know, that gets you up in the morning, certain things that make you happy, that make you excited to do, that have absolutely, literally nothing to do with chicks. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you got to think about that. Like, what the hell is your purpose? What is your passion? What makes you, you know, like, want to do shit? You understand? And I talked about this actually in my DVD, which all of you should get, called Manhood in the Game. You can go to MrLocario.com right now to get that, because it's fire. You feel me?
That's a very good DVD. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. You know, you're gonna want to fuck with some chicks. You're gonna want to have fun and, you know, go out and talk to girls and do all this other stuff, right? And a lot of times, guys, they ask me, they're like, yo, what makes it easier to get chicks? Like, what's some easy tips that I can get, or some pickup lines, or what can I do to make this woman getting thing, attracting women, easier, right? And it's really simple. And I talked about this in Man into the Game, and I was basically saying that you have to have a purpose besides women, and that is what's going to make it easier for you to get women. Okay, let me explain this a little deeper for you guys, so that it really sticks, right? Let's say you got a dude. Let's say you got two guys. One of them, let's say he's interested in cooking. Like he wants to be a chef. Like that's his goal. He's like, I want to, learn how to be a really good chef. I want to open up my own restaurant one day, blah, 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 blah. Right. So he's passionate about being a chef. So he studies, different recipes. He does all these different things. Right. Then you got another guy who he don't really know what he want to do. He doesn't really have anything going on. He sort of just plays video games all day at home or whatever. He, his mom gives him some money. He buys some sneakers and shit. Like he ain't really got shit going on. Right. So now both these guys want a chick. You understand what I'm saying? Both of them want girls, right? But the dude who actually has something going on, right? When he's talking to this chick, he's going to be like, they have a conversation. So she'll be like, so, what do you do? What do you get into? And he'll have that passion and that energy and that excitement talking about his chef shit. You understand? Talking about the stuff that he does. Now, the other dude who plays video games, he's going to talk to a girl and she's going to be like, so what are you about? What you do, whatever. He's like, well, I'm just chilling right now, just be kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now let's say this is the same girl talking to both these guys, right? Now, the guy who's going to be more attractive to her is the guy who's doing the chef thing. Why? Because what she's thinking is, okay, this dude can actually offer me something. He can actually add to my life. Do you understand what I'm saying? And women are about what you can sort of add to their life, what you can do to upgrade them. So they're always constantly thinking about, can this guy, make me feel better about myself or be that better chick. You understand what I'm saying? They're trying to upgrade all the time. This is why dudes who got a lot of money, dudes who are successful, chicks be seeing these rappers or whoever it is, chicks be seeing dudes in a club popping bottles and they gravitate to these dudes, and people think it's just about the money. But what it really is that the women gravitate to them because those guys represent a guy who's actually doing something. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And a guy who has
with a purpose.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? And a guy with a purpose is a bazillion times more attractive than a guy who's not doing nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it still comes back to, but it's like this full circle thing. So a lot of times the problem is that in the game, right? A lot of guys have this, and my dude Steve Day game, he coined this where he said it's a get laid or die trying mentality. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And so this is the problem with guys who are like, on that super pickup artist stuff, or a lot of other dudes that I be seeing that be out here trying to teach game and everything, is that they have this get laid or die trying mentality, which sort of puts you in a position to have a chick almost on a pedestal. So you're sort of looking at her like she is the epitome of everything, and I have to try every and anything to get her. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like everything I'm doing is for her. Do you understand what I'm saying? But see, when you're a guy with a purpose, right? And when you have things going on, everything you're doing is for you, and as a result, she's going to want to fuck with you because of that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I was rapping, in my rapping days, I had this line in one of my songs when I said, what was I say? I said she's she's just doing me because I'm doing me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because I'm doing me, that's why she want to do me. You feel me? Because since she sees that I'm doing my thing, she wants to jump on that train. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Doing you is the cool thing to do.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
But see, this is the part that guys don't get, is that when you're so focused on just, oh, I gotta get this girl, I gotta get this girl, I gotta get this girl, you're making the girl the focal point. What you should be focusing on is, I gotta get my shit together. I gotta get me right. I gotta, build my whatever I'm trying to do. I got to work on myself. And as a result of working on myself, when you see that girl and you want to get her, what's going to happen is that when you approach her and you talk to her, there's a whole different energy that comes with that. And she could feel that, she could see that, she could smell that you're a guy who has a purpose. And then that's going to make her say, oh shit, I need to pay attention to this nigga. I need to, have this conversation with him. Because what a lot of guys don't understand is that women, when they first interact with you and when you're talking to them, a lot of times women reject you, or women sort of like just give you the cold shoulder, or they'll give you the number but not call you or whatever. based off of that first interaction. And in that first interaction, if they're having that conversation with you, they can sort of tell certain things about you. This is why a lot of times when you talk to girls, they'll ask you a whole bunch of questions. They be asking you, what do you do, and where you from, all these different type of things, and they get a vibe and a sense of what you're about. You feel what I'm saying? And if you're the type of guy who's not really doing nothing, if you're the type of guy who doesn't really have anything going for himself, or you have nothing you're passionate about, you're not working towards anything that's really about, you, she's going to understand that and feel that. And then she's going to, on a subconscious level, know that you're going to be the type of guy who's going to be sweating her and giving her all this attention. And either what she's going to do is she's going to either reject you right there, or she's going to give you the number and then she's going to use you. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And she knows that she can do that. She'll have you either as the friend zone nigga or the nigga that's going to pay for a lot of her shit. And she knows ways to make you do that because she realizes that your purpose is not you, but your purpose has turned into her. So she's going to use that and use that to her advantage to turn you into a fucking simp and a trick. You understand what I'm saying? And you're going to follow that blindly and make that happen. And you're going to be hitting up me and Miles talking about, yo, this is chick I'm seeing, and she, she be playing games, and every time I call her, she be ignoring me, but then when we go out, we be trying to do stuff, but she don't be giving me no ass. These type of questions, and the reason why you're having those situations a lot of times has to do with you not really working on yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And you not really having a purpose about what you're trying to do. You feel me? So it's really important that you guys understand that shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's really important, And also another thing is, a lot of times when, because I get emails all the time from dudes, they hit me up and they're like, yo, I was supposed to go out with this chick and she flaked on me, or, I tried to holler at this girl and she was ignoring me. And then these dudes are really upset about it. They're super disappointed that this chick flaked, or this chick stopped picking up her phone. She's not texting back, or they tried to holler at this girl and the girl ignored them and blah, 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 blah. Right now, the main reason why you're upset about that shit, again, is because you don't have a purpose. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because what you got to understand about chicks, right, is that chicks always should be in the background. Do you understand what I'm saying? Always. Not some of the time, not here and there, not, most of always. What I mean by that is a woman, and, when it comes to, your life or whatever, she should always be, in the background. She's always second to you. You understand what I'm saying? So if you get a girl's number or whatever, and you text her and she doesn't call back or whatever, or she doesn't hit you back, right? It shouldn't be a thing, because you got 10, 15 million other things to fucking do. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You're so damn busy. You got shit going on. You got other girls that's trying to holler at you. Let me tell you something.
Exactly. Other chicks too. You feel me?
Yo, let me tell you something. There's times where I had to literally reject 3 or 4 girls at a time calling me or hitting me up to hang out, because I had shit to do. I didn't plan to see none of these girls. I was like, yo, today I got this, and this I got to do. Let me focus on this and get this popping, right? And then I have a girl text me, hey, what are you doing? What's up? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm working, I'll hit you up later or whatever. And then another girl hits me up, hey, and this is all happening at the same time. Do you understand what I'm saying? And all of them, I had to tell them, yo, I'll holler at you next week. I'll see you later or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm so consumed in whatever the fuck I'm doing. And again, by me doing that, that's what makes them want you more. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you're the guy who's not sweating them, and you're the guy who has a purpose, while the other guy who's chilling and playing video games ain't got shit to do, and he's blowing up her phone every fucking day. You feel what I'm saying? So the more that you understand what you're about, what you're trying to do, right? And the more that you become, confident within yourself, and you actually got things going on and all this other stuff, when you start to interact with women and when you start to, get with chicks, things are going to flow a little bit more easier for you in general, because you have built yourself to be that guy who actually has a purpose and who actually has stuff going on. You understand what I'm saying? Because then you rise above most other dudes who ain't really doing shit, and chicks can sense that. See, the problem is, guys usually a lot of times they get psyched out because they think, this is what a lot of guys think. They think, I don't have a chance with any of these chicks because these chicks get hollered at all the time. They got mad dudes trying to holler at them and hitting them up on Instagram and you know, Tinder and all this other stuff, right? Now, that's true. A lot of chicks got a lot of dudes hollering. But guess what? Right. 90% of those dudes, they're not feeling. You understand? And it's because 90% of those dudes aren't within their purpose. Do you understand what I'm saying? 90% of them dudes, their purpose is chicks. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or they do things, and you have people who actually do things. And what I mean by their purpose is women is that there's a difference between, let's use the chef guy, for example, right? The chef guy, there's a difference between the chef guy doing chef stuff and learning how to cook and doing all the other stuff because he's passionate about it and it gives him enjoyment and fulfillment. There's a difference between him doing that because of those reasons versus him doing that because he thinks it's going to get him chicks. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I mean by their purpose is women, because a lot of guys, what they do is they get, you know, they probably get a good job or whatever, or they're trying to do something, they're trying to get their money up. And they're like, oh, I'm going to get my money up so I can fuck with these chicks. I'm going to get this new car so I can fuck with these chicks. Oh, I'm going to get the new Jordans. When I get these Jordans, when these chicks see this Jordans, oh, it's a wrap. Like, their whole purpose is women. Do you see what I'm saying? And so right. When you coming at it like that, even if you are sort of doing something, you're doing it for them. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then so it's basically your purpose is women, and the girl can feel that because now you've made your goal her. Your goal is stop being about you living your passion, because that's what's going to fulfill you as a person in your life to enjoy these things and you know contribute to the world. You understand? You're doing all that shit for her. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the shit that's, you know, ridiculous. You feel me? Like, it's fucking terrible.
Yo, I just thought of something while you were talking, right? Like, okay, if you think about like the difference between like generic, like, all right, let's just look at cars, right?
Right.
So you have, you know, like, you know, you have your Nissans, you have your Nissan, Toyota, and I don't know, like Chevrolet or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like these are cars that, you know, they're affordable, and it's like, oh, you know, buy this car, you know, because you have a family or you have a job you need to get to, you know, it's a car that helps you get from point A to point B, right?
Right.
So you can buy that car. Now, anybody can buy the car because the car is basically affordable. Like, most of those cars cost anywhere from like $20,000 to $30,000, right?
Right.
Now, that's like, in each one of these cars have a basic purpose, which is, like I said, just to get you from point A to point B, get you from work back home. It's reliable, blah blah blah, fine.
Right.
But when you look at like a Lamborghini or a Bugatti or a Rolls Royce,
right?
When you look at those car companies, these car companies, first of all, their price point is for one car is like $1.2 million, $2.8 million. Like, right. A Lamborghini just came out like this past week. The shit cost $2.8 million for one car, my nigga.
Right.
Now, but the point of the difference between the Nissans and the Toyotas and the Chevrolets and the Lamborghinis is that the purpose of the Lamborghini is different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Lamborghini car company has a philosophy behind it.
Right.
It has a history of design,
mm-hmm.
and it has a name. It has like all of these different, and it's like people look at you differently when you're driving a Lamborghini as opposed to when you're driving a Nissan.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The point I'm trying to make is that when you work on yourself, when you learn the game and you understand who you are in reference to the game, the more you learn and the more value you put to yourself, you start to look more like a Lamborghini than a fucking Nissan or Chevrolet. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Because when you a regular nigga just out at the bar every day chasing bitches, you a Camry.
Right.
You know, an affordable car that you go outside and you'll see a Camry 9 times out of 10. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you a nigga that you have a purpose, you have, like, say you have a business, you have something going for you that most niggas can't even talk about because it's something special and specific to you, that's when you're in the range of the fucking Lamborghini or the Bugatti. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you have a history, a philosophy, a specific purpose. You have things going on in your life that are very specific to you. So when you meet a bitch and you introduce yourself and you let her know what's going on in your life, you set yourself apart. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's true. The difference.
It's true, and that's what makes chicks choose up on you. You feel what I'm saying? That's what makes a girl to say, yo, that's the dude. Like, I gotta fuck with this guy. You feel what I'm saying? But none of that's gonna happen if you ain't on your shit. If you ain't on your purpose, because then you just blend in with everybody else. It's the same shit. It's like whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's what happens. And the thing is, it's not even necessarily where you have to do shit, because a lot of people get confused. It's not that you're doing stuff and then you go up to a girl and be like, hey girl, I got mad shit popping off. I got a purpose. I got a thing. No, you ain't got to do none of that.
Right.
There's a certain energy that happens when you're in that zone. It's like let's say you're doing something. Let's say you are an artist, or let's say you're a guy who's a musician or something, and you make a song and the song is crazy and is fucking hot, and you got this feeling in your gut of this is the shit that I love doing in my life. You understand what I'm saying? That energy comes across when you're dealing with a chick, and then what happens is when you're dealing with her and you're talking to her, it doesn't really matter if she's fucking with you or not in most cases, because your energy is so like, yo, that's cool, but I got this shit over here. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
just like the higher priced cars. Right. You don't see Lamborghini commercials on TV, my nigga.
Right, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Right now I got the TVs on and there's a Toyota commercial right now.
Right.
But I can't tell you when I've ever seen a Lamborghini commercial on television.
Right.
Or a Bugatti commercial ever on television.
Right.
It's like you have to be, your game has to be so elevated, like your self-worth has to be so elevated that you're very selective. Like, bitches gotta come to you to find that special thing. Just like how if you want to buy a Lamborghini, you have to literally go to Italy and order a fucking Lamborghini direct from the company. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't just go to any dealership out here and just buy a Lamborghini. You see what I'm saying? Right.
And the thing I want to say too is that you got to understand that there has to be a balance within your game. So what I mean is this, is that sometimes the reason why it's hard for a lot of guys to get shit popping is because they have an imbalance in how they approach it. So when we're talking about, you having your purpose and you doing all this other stuff, right? You do that, but at the same time, you balance that also with how you interact with women. So a lot of guys think, this is what a lot of guys think. They'll be like, well, I got shit popping, I'm making money, I'm doing my thing. And so what they think all they need to do is they think all they need to do is just stand in the center of a room, and then like 10 million chicks is going to jump on them. You feel what I'm saying? You still got to go and talk to chicks. You still got to go and approach them. The point is that when you are the type of dude who got shit popping, women will choose up on you a little bit more easier and try to make shit happen, right? And then the thing is, you got the opposite end of the spectrum, where you got dudes who are on that, like, there's like super MGTOW, like on that, oh, I'm never, fuck women, I'm not talking to them and they suck and blah, 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 blah. You understand? And I'm just going my own way. And going your own way is great. Do your thing. You should be going your own way, because that's what men should be doing. You should be doing shit your way, right? But at the same time, you can't be so all over the place to where you're not even trying to talk to women in any capacity or make anything happen. You see what I'm saying? So there's that imbalance. So any like extreme, that you're on, that it's not a good thing. So you have to find somewhere in the middle where you can make certain things work. You understand? But the thing is that when it comes to dealing with these chicks, see, if you're also extreme on the sense of all you're doing is about women, that's also extreme too, and that's gonna like hurt you in the end too, because you're not
that's
really
also an imbalance.
Right, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So there has to be that balance within the game, because that's the balance is what's gonna make everything flow together. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like there has to be that balance there. You feel me? And the last thing I want to say real quick before we get out of here, we was talking about this the other day, Miles. We was talking about how women, you can look at women as like the icing on the cake, but women are not they're not the cake. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's the part dudes get confused. They look at women as the cake, and I'm like, no, they're the icing on the shit. The cake is your life. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
The women are like, okay, cool, like I'm doing my thing and I'm fucking with this cool chick right here, and that's cool. You understand? But you don't make your life be dedicated to some chick. You understand? And that's the problem I have with the game in a lot of ways, where, you know, even when I see a lot of guys on the internet, or, you know, other dudes who call themselves pickup artists or dating coaches or whatever, I don't like when I see you know, this dedication to women. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like you it's really about, you know, self-development as a man, and through that you learn all these different things, which include, you know, women. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not like you're you know, you're looking at women as your god that you're trying to you know, please and get. No, you understand? Like, there's too many guys doing that shit, and that's the stuff that really fucks you up in the end, because what happens is, and you know, any dude who's been around women for long periods of time will tell you, if you spend a lot of time, I wish Telly was on this call right now, my dude Telly, because we gotta get, because I got, you know, one of my boys, man, like, you know, we be hanging out, we be talking to girls, and it's like, sometimes you spend a night just out talking to women, and by the end of the night, all you have is the damn sun rising. That's it. That's all you have. Nothing but the fucking sun rising. That's what you get at the end of the night. The sun is rising, and you ain't got shit going on. Do you understand what I'm saying with any of these chicks? You understand? Shit is not popping. Ain't nothing going on. And even if you do get with a chick for that night or whatever, all you got was some pussy. You understand? And pussy's good, but I'm just saying, if that's all you're doing in your life, trust me, it's gonna get old. You feel what I'm saying? So again, the shit is not the cake. You understand? They're not the cake. They're the icing on the cake. The cake is your life. You feel what I'm saying? And this is what we try to teach here at MrLocario.com, at BadBoyMembership.com. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that you guys can understand how to, you know, maneuver and get this shit popping. You feel me? So that is it. Anything else, Miles, before we get out of here?
I was gonna say that, you know, women, most women, you know, I mean, you got some busy ass women out there that's doing shit, but most women know they ain't shit. That's why they're looking for a man to attach themselves to. They're looking for a nigga with a plan, a real plan to attach themselves to, so they could be a part of that plan.
Pretty much.
Most chicks. I mean, even them career chicks and all of that. Even if you look at the dynamics of a career chick, all she's really doing is trying to attach herself to some man because some man owns the company. You understand?
Right.
So in a way, she's still just trying to serve her purpose out by helping out some dude. But the point is, you're supposed to be that dude.
Right.
You understand?
Exactly. Exactly. Real fucking talk, man. Real fucking talk. And on that note, guys, make sure you go to iLookSexyNaked.com to hear some other episodes of the Bad Boy Show. Also, go to undeniablegame.com to get the free, which all you guys should get because it's free, audio program, Undeniable Game, 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. So you can get that right now. Click the link under this video or go straight to undeniablegame.com to get your copy. You feel me? So that's it. We are out of here, guys. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone. Later.
Peace. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. badboymembership.com.